Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're here with F1 2018 career mode here at the Monaco Grand Prix. I've had a lot of struggles with getting this track right. Of course, it's a very hard track, so that makes sense. I quite enjoy it now when you kind of learn it. It's a very fun track, very tight track. Of course, it's a street circuit going around Monaco. That's pretty obvious. In FP3, here we're in FP1, but in FP3 you can see we got first place at the top of the timing boards. We were doing a qualifying time, and we got, I think, 1:13.4. You can see our teammate Fernando Alonso down in 6th place, so he's best of the rest. No, Carlos Sainz is better. Carlos Sainz is up in 4th. That's freaking great performance from him. Looking at our R&D tree, we had some things that have actually failed, which is not a quite nice thing. We're gonna redevelop the chassis upgrade that has failed. We have some upcoming upgrades for Canada, which is gonna be nice. But other than that, I think we're just gonna get straight into the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying.
We're here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula One calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today?
That's probably not gonna be us, because we're in a McLaren, so taking pole would be so fucking unrealistic, so I guess we're not gonna do that. Getting straight out of the garage as fast as possible, because we want to get as many tries as possible to get the perfect lap around Monaco. Going down the start-finish straight, we want a top 10 qualifying, because I should say in Monaco, 50% of the race is the qualifying. So we want a good qualifying, of course, because it's so hard to overtake. If you start down and if we start 14th or lower, we will not be able to win this race. We want anyways, because we're in a freaking McLaren. Coming on to our first lap, it is gonna be a 1:13.6, which is quite good. On the cooldown lap, I just smashed straight into the barrier because I am a fucking cunt. K-U-N-T. Coming on to our second lap, you can see here already in sector 1 we're 2/10 down, going on to sector 2, going on to sector 3 from sector 2 we're 5/10 down, and in the end of the lap we're 8/10 down, so that is not usable at all. Going on to our cooldown lap, saving up our shit for another hard lap. Did not pit there because I filled up some more fuel to do this cooldown lap and try again instantly, pretty much. You can see we're already a couple of 10s down. Hulkenberg is in the way of us. He gets out of the way. Luckily there, we're very lucky about that. We're 2/10 down, coming 2/10 up, coming in out of the chicane, but I just mess it up because I am a fucking cunt. Cunt, K-U-N-T. That is how you spell that. We were 2/10 up or something like that. At that moment we weren't, but we just messed it up badly. Going into the pitch, getting repaired, getting straight out of the pits as fast as possible. Somehow you can cut turn 1 massively and still gain time on it without getting a warning or like a slowdown penalty, which makes no fucking sense. You can see we go 0.04 seconds faster, which is fast enough for 13th place Fernando Alonso starting in 10th place. But I'm thinking we're gonna get straight into the Monaco Grand Prix here in F1 2018 career mode.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Renault. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Sainz, Hülkenberg, Vettel, Grosjean, and Fernando Alonso. Magnussen, Ocon, the Flying Finn, and Leclerc. Gasly, Hartley, Marcus Ericsson, and Sergio Perez. Sirotkin and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So, thank you for that introduction here. Let's look at our strategy.
Please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
Jeff there being very aware that we have to be aware and send the vote in the first corner, of course. You can see I chose to pit from Hypersoft to Ultrasoft on lap 6. Of course, this track being very short, so tire wear not being the worst thing really. Of course, these aren't our pit tires. This is some new tires we're on.
Good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tires and work the brakes.
Coming on to the formation. Can you shut up, please, Jeff? Coming on to the formation lap. We're gonna save all of our stuff as we come up to the 5 red lights. Let's see how we do. From 13th place in the grid here, the Monaco Grand Prix, 5 red lights. They are out, and we get off to as bad a start as we normally do. Of course, that's the expectation from now of. You can see right in front of us the Sauber and the Force India of Leclerc and Ocon. They're side by side. They just. Okay, well, bye guys. I guess they're side by side. They're fighting for position. Of course, Leclerc being the home hero here in Monaco, he's getting an ultimate power. Or maybe it's just the Saubers, because you can see Ericsson just came out of nowhere. That was Ericsson's fault. You can see training down. Ericsson, of course, died from. You can see we're the McLaren. They're going on the inside of the Force India of Esteban Ocon just to make up a position, because everyone was just training. They were going like 30 kilometers per hour, which is pretty much nothing. That's half the speed. At the moment, we're behind Ericsson in the Sauber. He's pretty fast. Let's take a look at the positions. You can see Hamilton is just pulled out in the front. He's a long way in front in his Mercedes around Monaco. Raikkonen, I think, is right behind him into the Ferrari. Of course, Vettel having an engine penalty, so he started down in 8th, so he'll pretty much have no chance to fight back. Or maybe if he's good. But you can see Kimi Raikkonen here in 2nd place, number 7 car, and Daniel Ricciardo. Of course, they can win in real life, but here he probably won't. Max Verstappen right behind him, so double Red Bull. Valtteri Bottas right behind him, and then you have the 2 Renaults behind those. You can see here we are down in 13th place, trying to go around Ericsson, but yeah, of course, Monaco being a very hard track to overtake on, he blocks us off pretty much, but then we make this pretty awesome move, I personally think myself, down the inside of the chicane. Very risky. Coming on to lap 6, you can see Kimi Raikkonen pits, Bottas pits, Renault pits, even Magnussen pits, everyone pits. We do as well, because that is our pit strategy. So we hope not to get held up. You can see how many pit crews is out of their garage to serve new tires for people. We hope not to get held up too much, and luckily we don't. We only get a 2.5 second pit stop. Of course, with that being it, that's a pretty good time. That's a decent enough time for a Formula 1 pit stop, of course, being super fast. Now we have to save these tires for the rest of the race. We're on lap 8 out of 20. We're kind of finding a space alone. You can see these guys in front of us, lap after lap. We're catching up to them. It's Alonso, it's a teammate actually. We're catching up to them. Really want to get a point now, but the problem is, are we going to be able to overtake them? We've managed to catch them, but are we going to be able to overtake them? We go down the inside of Alonso. Let's just get a replay of that. Very unrealistic but weird overtake. We kind of got the corner. We did not get any penalties. They really need to. Maybe I should run strict penalties. I can't, but they really need to bump up their penalty system on these lines, Coach Masters. Come on. You can see we go down the inside of Grosjean there into Mirabeau. I don't remember which one is actually, but now we just need the home hero Leclerc. We go down the inside and we make contact with him. That is not good. Gonna be a nice one. Every single Monegasque guy at the moment saying, "Oh, come on, what are you doing?" That one I'm not gonna be liked for very much. But coming home to pick up 1 point in 10th place, right in front of the home hero, picking him off right on the last lap. That was kind of jerky move, but you know, we need to fight for ourselves in this world. Don't look at that, just sounded desperate.
So, set themselves apart from the pack today?
Oh, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
Okay, so first thing to get clear, my helmet is very ugly. I need to change that. I've already changed it 2 times this season. But let's just take a replay at the start to see how Hamilton actually got off to such a good start. You can see coming into turn number 1, Ricciardo and Raikkonen side by side. You can see Hamilton has absolutely gone out in front already. He's like a lap, or he's almost lapped them already. No, I'm just kidding, but like he's just gone out in front, got a great turn 1, great start to the race. You can see Ricciardo and Raikkonen. It's very similar names. They're kind of fighting. You can see there goes the dive of Marcus Ericsson down me and the Ocon there. But you can see, let's take a look at the results. We finished down in 10th place, Alonso down in 13th, so we were actually switching positions, me and Alonso. You can see 2 Danes in a row. Oh, fuck me. You can see 2 Danes in a row. Let's take a look at the standings. You can see Hamilton takes over the top of the standings by 13 points because Vettel did not have a good race at all. Max Verstappen ready to, so if any one of those other guys makes a mistake or anything, he's ready to take over that championship lead instantly. We stayed down in 12th place, Fernando Alonso in 7th. You can see no changes at all to the team, to the Constructors' Champion, but the top 3 are so close that it's pretty much disgusting.
Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one.
Yes, it will look good on our contract
Do a better
reviews.
job completing the goals the team set out for you. Their ability to develop will suffer if you miss them, and it'll count against you at the contract reviews.
And then she comes up with that. You're a hypocrite. First you say that it will look good, and then you say that it will look bad. Come on, can you decide? You can see we just we don't want to replace a gearbox, only 64% use. But other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in Canada. Bye, guys.